We all have our preferences with everything around us, be it texture in food or color palette or how we place our toilet paper in the holder. We tend to develop this over time. They become our creature comforts, and as human instinct goes, we tend to stay in our comfort zones to feel safe and secure. But how do we grow out of it? How brave should we be? Let's talk about this. Welcome to Human Thesaurus Presents Epitome Anatomy. My name is Wish, a retired tech operator, indie author, cat mom, and self-aware life explorer. Epitome Anatomy is an opinion piece on the power of words and their ethos that I extracted from this life. Ready for the epitome of comfort zone? Let's go. Our key phrase is comfort zone. According to selectpsychology.co.uk, a comfort zone is a psychological state in which a person feels at ease, secure, and familiar. In your comfort zone, you will feel in control of your environment while experiencing relatively low levels of stress and anxiety. It's a comfortable space when you don't need to do anything new, difficult, or scary. The chronology of the phrase comfort zone was traced to be used in the 1920s. The literal combination of comfort zone was initially coined in a scientific and environmental context to describe the range of atmospheric temperatures in which the human body feels at ease. And in 1991, which is just kind of recent, the term was fully popularized in its modern psychological and behavioral sense by management theorist Judith Bardwick in her book Danger in the Comfort Zone. She defined it as an anxiety-neutral, steady performance state. The thing about phases in life is when we have moments where we were reckless or trying something new during the experimentation phase. I don't know, maybe you were a teenager, maybe you were in your 20s or probably late stage. It doesn't actually matter. I think for me, the biggest experimentation I've done mostly were in my 20s. I just did everything. I barely said no to challenges, to career development of what my limits are. I just felt limitless. I have full of energy and I just did all of them. I was thinking to myself, perhaps I should try all of these because there's no other moment in my life that I'm able to do so. That's how I thought about that. I thought that if I have all of these opportunity happening to me while I'm still younger, I'm just going to do them and see where it takes me. And looking back half of my life doing that, I didn't really have any regrets or whatsoever. I'm glad I did them. I always step out of my boundaries to see what my limits are, what I'm capable of, and what I'm good at and what I'm not good at. I tested so much of my preferences, which became my comfort zone whenever I need to find peace in myself. And that is the most fulfilling thing that I could do for myself. I'm talking about this right now because I felt thrown off the bus because of a new boundary or of a new awakening for me. I was just in Berlin over a week ago. I hang out with one of my friends that I haven't seen in a long time. Hello, Coco. I interviewed her during my third season of Human Thesaurus. And so hanging out with her, we went to a lot of art gallery hopping, and we went to an art museum, and we saw the complexities of artistry, of different types of art in Berlin. When you think of Berlin, they're very much open, especially sexually, and there's just a sexual revolution there, and there are more radical artists that you feel that they don't have any limits to where they could take their art and their vision and their capabilities and talents and all of their skills put in one city, which is wonderful. But I never really knew what to expect going to Berlin for the first time. And hanging out with Coco, this was a great opportunity for me to explore what she sees every day in the Berlin lifestyle, if you may. And seeing really like, what's the vision here? What are the artists doing here? How open are they? And boom, lo and behold, I was put so much out of my comfort zone because I've seen now more than ever before that I do have preferences. We all have tastes and preferences when it comes to art. I'm the type of a person that I love to just keep on learning, even though it's not my preference. And there are things that we've seen at the art museum, at the art galleries that I thought to myself, oh God, this is bad. Or this is so bad, it's so good. The words that I describe are gallery hopping and seeing some of the exhibitions. I told Coco, quote unquote, this is the most uncanny, unhinged, cringe, odd, weirdest, worst exhibitions I've ever seen in my life. It was earth-shattering in a way because I'm actually not negative about saying that. The descriptions that I used, probably in eyes of the art critic or the art critic readers, would see it as I'm bringing these artists down, but I'm not. It was so out of my comfort zone and out of context in my world at present that it pushed me somewhere else. It pushed me to a different world that I probably know that exists, but it was so confronting that the only explanation I could give are those words. It was really so unhinged and bad, but whenever I say bad, it's bad in a good way because these are the new feelings and emotions that I've never had before. And I think I'm not even explaining it enough. I'm not explaining it this clearly because even for me, every day I'm still deciphering what is the mixture of this amazement that I have. But at the same time, I was a little bit appalled with some of those art. And you might be wondering what these arts are. I'm not going to call them out because I'm focusing on the experience, the collective experience. Some of these artworks are funny. Some of these artworks didn't really make any sense. That when it didn't make any sense, that's the sense of those artworks. Some of them are just so cringe that probably in the end, I thought that, wow, these artists are so brilliant because they were given so much space to put on their show. And probably they wanted these emotions, these opposing emotions to come through. And that's what I'm feeling. It's really beyond what I understood about art. This is what art is about. This is why art excites me. And would I go back there? Probably, because I wanted to see if I still have the same evocation about it. when I'm trying to write this new subject on this episode, like, how am I going to describe this? What will be the key word or the key phrase where I could talk about this? So I need to kind of dissect what would be the key element or the key value of my experience in Berlin. And this is really the comfort zone. I've been pushed and it really threw me off. That was an amazing effect when you're open to the world. You know, when you're open-minded, when you try to open your mind to different sets of ideas and different school of thoughts and different opinions, you know, whatever you can tolerate. And when I say whatever you can tolerate, you're going back again to your comfort zone. At least in my life, this is my mindset. As soon as I get comfortable in my life, there's a part of me that still panics. It's like, why is everything so good? Probably something bad is about to come. But I try to change that throughout time in practice. As soon as I get comfortable in life, I know that another matter, another wave, or another adventure would come. But I use it not to feel stressed or anxious, is because I take it for growth. I want to manifest the energy when things are getting comfortable for me. Something may come along to push my boundaries again so that I would keep on growing. Comfort zone means we think that we're in control. This is my comfort level. This is my area. This is what I know. And I will be less stressed and less anxious when I'm in my comfortable zone. Therefore, I'm not going to step out of it. In my case, what pushes me to do things is I'm more afraid to feel stupid or inadequate. And I owe it to myself to keep trying and to keep growing. I'm in this humble moment from the time that I lost the career that I really, really loved and slowly started to retire. Then I needed to find my path on how to keep on growing in life. You know, I'm busier than ever before. I have more time to explore. I have more time to learn the things that I want. And now I'm coming to learn things that I probably never thought of. Oh, Berlin, I love you in your own weird manner. It's so amazing. I am in awe. I was pushed out of my comfort zone and now I can't stop thinking about it. It's phenomenal. You should visit. And this is not an ad towards Berlin, but all I'm saying is that if you can, I don't think that you stay in your comfort zone all the time. Yes, there are things, there are parts of our comfort zone that we need to keep and make it sacred if we find peace in them. But at the same time, there should be a balance between your comfort zone and stepping out of it to grow. Fear and complacency should not exist in an individual because that's just when you stagnate. What's the point? We are lucky that we're breathing and we have this life. Yes, I know we all have different access to different things, but it doesn't matter. Thinking is for free. Sitting in a park and thinking is free. Walking outside and having some thoughts is free. There are different moments in our lives that sometimes life just knows when we're so complacent that it pushes us somewhere. That's a blessing more than a curse. What do you think about your comfort zone? What's your limit or where are your boundaries? Do you find your comfort zone limiting or just enough to keep your peace? What would it take to get out of your comfort zone? Is it a positive or a negative thing whenever you think about that? Please comment. I'd love to hear from you. Oh, and I also have a direct message now via text or voicemail on top of each of my episode summary wherever you get your podcasts, so check it out. Until next time, ciao. Comment, like, subscribe, and share wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also visit humanthesaurus.co. That's where my show notes are with the transcripts and other elements of the show. Epitome Anatomy is produced by me and Jeremiah Ronquillo. Music by Ketsa UK. All rights reserved by Washbillah's Media. Thank you and see you in the next episode.